Are you wondering how you can step up your life and shatter the illusions holding you back? Austin Vickers has gone from top lawyer and businessman to changing people's lives. Author, filmmaker, and entrepreneur, he is inspiring people to discover the path to their authentic self.
And I'm an attorney involved in what may be the most important trial you will ever witness. And it is literally a matter of life and death.
Thought-provoking and moving, his book, Stepping Up, and his movie, People vs. the State of Illusion, are testaments to the power of connecting with our true, forever younger selves. Tell us about your book.
Well, actually, the book was a little bit of a recovering process for me. I think I went into recovery after being a lawyer for so many years, and writing the book was a little bit of my own catharsis, as really a way of overcoming some of the issues that I'd struggled with for a long time. So it was a great joy in writing it, and it has the ability to affect people's lives. So it's been a nice piece of work for me.
Well, we enjoyed much of it, and it does tie into our Forever Younger theme. One of the questions is, tell us about the music aspect in the book.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm a big student of science, and one of the things that's fascinating about music, of course, it's vibration. But what we are learning more and more in physics these days is that people are actually vibration as well. When you break down the atoms that we're made of at their smallest levels, we're literally like little vibrating bits of energy, what's called string theory today in physics. So we're kind of like music, and music has the ability to affect our energy. Of course, we know that, but the science is proving it to be true also.
Because it's at our core.
Absolutely, and it can elevate our moods, it can make us happy, it can make us sad.
Changes our emotional state.
It does, and when we change our emotional states, of course, we change our physical states.
Which is very, I think, healing to the body always, if it's good music, not if it's death heavy metal, we don't think it's very healing.
No, absolutely
and
not.
Our cameraman's a big death metal, but we won't let him listen to that today. So Austin, give us an overview of the book.
Well, really, the book, Stepping Up to a Life of Vision, Passion, and Authentic Power, is really about those values, the values that are most important to me. And it's really a guidebook for helping people take their life to a whole new level. So if they're feeling stuck, if they feel limited, it's really a map, if you will, of how to take your life, up-level it to a place where you feel much more successful. And that's really what it's for.
I want you to tell us about the exercise of being silly. What's the...
Well, it's essentially, you know, when I have two small children and spending time with my kids, to me laughter is such a big part of life, and it really has that ability to change the way we think and the way we feel. So one of the things I always like to do is try to be silly or act in a way that causes them to spontaneously laugh and find different methods for doing that. And I think that's important in life.
So Austin, tell us about this silly exercise that's from the book.
Well, you know, for me, it's just about trying to make people laugh and be taken seriously at the same time, which is sometimes difficult to do, of course.
You don't have to hardly do anything, and I will laugh, because I come from a family where humor is valued. Humor actually is valued more than money in my family, so that's a very important attribute.
Over 50% of deaths in the United States can be attributed to behavioral or social factors, the majority of which are rooted in stress.
So Austin, we'd like to ask you about the movie, People vs. State of Illusion.
Yeah, it's a very exciting project.
It's often said that people are afraid of dying. I think they're more afraid of living.
And it's a movie that really goes into the science of the ways that we all limit ourselves. We all kind of operate under this state of illusion that I talk about in the film.
What about age, changing your age?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. One of the experts that I have in the movie is a woman by the name of Candace Pert, who used to be the chief of neurochemistry at the National Institute of Health. And one of the interesting aspects is we're learning more and more today that, for example, emotional states have the ability to prevent cells from receiving the nutrients that would otherwise keep us healthy, that are related to, for example, the generation of proteins in the body, so that if we become so addicted to an emotional state of like anxiety or fear or guilt, it actually prevents us from being younger and having a literal physical appearance of youngness. So it's fascinating.